Never modern soft coming back with a smack. Beat marathon, I'm a killer on the track. Never modern soft coming back with a smack. Blasting fools never lost his back. Thirsting for blood, it'll more just like that.
It's time. All right, good morning, everybody. We got some stuff to do today. Yes, I know my guild has started right. That's why we got stuff to do, because my guild started a raid. I thought it was gonna be a nice little hop on, dude, Galactic challenge. Have fun. It'll be laughs, but yeah. I don't know. It did not turn out to be the case. We are getting... Sorry, I had to find my Monday morning pack. It's a good pack. It's a good pack. It's a lot of relic materials. It's not like we're having any shortage of relics coming our way. All right, well, let's take a look at the Galactic challenge. Of course, me and the rest of the game finally get our frickin' Jar Jar, and the Gungan Monday morning challenges have moved on. Well played, CG. Well played. All right. I wonder if this is going to be the new flavor of the Monday mornings, with all the Night Sister stuff that's been coming out. Democracy, Thunder's Applause, fantastic. Dauntless Courage, and Limitless Magic. Okay. Okay. Well, my Night Sisters ain't the best, but we will see what we can line up with them. I do have the two new ones though. I got these two guys. He has a pretty awesome unique. Gives all the Night Sisters 35% more health and protection, so he's definitely worth bringing along. We'll try this one out. See how it feels. I mean, so far we're holding. Oh, damn it. I had the next thing. And now we can kill them. You know, after going through absolutely hellish GAC, or yeah, I was about to say GACs, but GCs, this is even for my not great Night Sisters, things are going pretty decently. So yeah, all right. Hey, oh, we got the offense up one. Also, that's freaking sweet. That's freaking sweet. I didn't even know I was giving offense up, but hey, that just leaves that. All right. One light and one dark. I mean, we could try the good old Hut Cartel. I guess that's a nice spread. Well, I mean, if they're trying to make up for being absolute dicks to us, they have done it. This could not be an easier Galactic challenge. You know, obviously, if you don't have Night Sisters, you can, or if you don't have good enough Night Sisters, you know, whatever. And I know a lot of us. I only have decent Night Sisters because I bought that Lightspeed bundle a couple months back. So, you know, if do the best you can with the Night Sisters you have, and then, you know, if you've got a Galactic Legend or two, you can snag these other three at the higher one pretty easy. This one is a very easy one to cheese if you have like JMK, Shock T, Kenobi, General Kenobi for your tanks. JMK, General Kenobi, Anakin, Shock T, and like Grandmaster Yoda. You can get the offense up in like 2 moves. Just use Shock T's basic and have Yoda spread it, and then Anakin can give offense up too. And then, you know, any number of combinations of characters can handle this. So all in all, pretty straightforward, pretty easy. It's nice to see a red crate in a Galactic challenge that has been a minute. Yeah, pay no attention to my energy reserves, folks. It's I'm just starting to hoard for Galactic Legend Ahsoka. Also, you know, if they do a chase event or something like that, like if they drop a new ship, I want to be able to at least stockpile that as much as I possibly can. Well, golly, people, that was incredibly smooth. Can't forget to sim these. I know Omegas aren't as big of a deal anymore, but you still wanna make sure you snagging them. All right, so also, hey, you know, if you don't have 7-star finalizer, you got today. We got Executor in 2 days. Oh, here's another defense of Dathomir, some more Zetas. Rebel Roundup, Ground War. Okay, so we're getting a couple of assault battles this week and a mythic event. Plus, you know, we'll get the kit reveal for Captain Enoch today. And that will drop on Thursday. Oh, Hippo. Hey, brother. Thank you so much, my friend. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Yeah, I was gonna stream last night, but I was just feeling a little run down. Wasn't feeling very well, so I decided to get some sleep, and then we're coming in with a mega stream this morning. Ooh, a dinner party. How fancy. So yeah, my plan is, well, I was like, oh, well, we'll come on and do a chill Galactic challenge. It'll probably take us a while, and Galactic challenge is pretty straightforward for once. But luckily, my guild launched the raid, so we'll get to do some raid attempts. And should be a good time. No, I'm not using you guys first. In fact, I'm probably going to use them off stream because they are hands down the most boring team I have ever tried to use in this game. Yeah, yeah. If like I said a few minutes ago, if I didn't have that light speed bundle come along, none of my Night Sisters would be relicked at all, except I guess for those 2 new troopers. So, and I've only got, I think I've got one of Talzin's Zetas, and I've had it forever because, you know, back in the days when, you know, I didn't have every team in the world, the Night Sisters could do some cheesy stuff in the Sith Triumvirate raid. I put this on auto last time and got full score, so I'm gonna do that again just to see if it holds up and how well they play it. Yeah, I took in the new Death Trooper, Talzin Lead Death Trooper, Daka, Zombie, and Marin, and it was pretty easy. Dude, go after that guy, would you please? Sweet. It's very nice having Jar Jar done, especially with all the new stuff that is still inevitably coming. This pacing of character releases has just been so freaking brutal. Oh, I hope they use the right power. No, they just go in order from left to right, but hopefully it's fine. Well, I mean, the Gungans are pretty damn important. You know, more so now with this raid up and running. And I mean, I don't know how long this raid's going to be a thing for. But I mean, at least the rest of the year. And, you know, Gungans are not easy to deal with in GAC and Territory Wars. So, you know, they're a very worthwhile team to have. We're at 30% and Rage and about 25% of the total score. So we're a little behind, I think, but as long as we can make it to that last wave. Come on, Tarples, go dispel him, please. No? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they're a very, very solid team. Thank you, finally. I need to get more relic levels on them. Which I'm kind of hoping. I mean, I would like to do it soon, but we need a break in marquee. Oh, you idiot! Using the AoE on one, whatever. Yeah, it's just I'm hoping with Enoch coming out, they're like, all right, we're not going to be doing a marquee for a minute, but that's probably not the case. Because I really would like to get these guys to R7 at least. All right, well, they made up ground. Because 48%, so we're halfway and over halfway here, so... But yeah, I just have to. Well, I've got the R9 ready to go for Cat. There's a part of me that's like, oh God, maybe if there's enough bad feedback, maybe they'll adjust it to 8 and I won't have to do it. But I mean, I'm hoping when they load in Enoch into the game this afternoon, or maybe that'll be Wednesday. I'm hoping that second set of requirements actually like pops in official so we can see the checkboxes because, yeah, I'm a little hesitant to apply an R9 until I see it on paper, so to speak. Although I guess if I did apply the R9 and they changed it, they would probably refund my R9 materials. But, or at least one could make a case for them to refund your R9 materials. But I mean, I'm just so hesitant to spend that kind of. Well, I mean, they have refunded materials before when they've made changes. So, I mean, I guess I'm kind of... Yeah, no, I don't think they're going to either, but there's the part of me that's just like, hey, I've got the materials, yeah, I can get it done right now, but there's just that part of me that's like, well, let's just wait until we see it's official, But... I mean, I guess it doesn't get much more official than having the damn puzzle get solved. Their puzzle got solved revealing the requirements. I guess that's pretty damn official, right? Yeah, I just feel like my whole farming... the internet's the internet. I haven't hit Twitter yet, so I assume there's a bonfire somewhere. I just don't know about it. I'm assuming somebody's mad about something that somebody said. But hey, Galaxy of Heroes is going great, and I wasn't expecting to hit the raid this morning. They launched it sometime in the middle of the night. Oh, you guys were talking to each other, and I'm like, I thought you were talking. See, I'm still so freaking new to this. I didn't see the @ up here. I just saw the... Yeah. Bear with me, folks. I'm old. But yeah, so we'll do these raid attempts, and then I think this afternoon, since we're mostly going to be dealing with territory war setup, I'm probably going to start streaming Star Wars Bounty Hunters. Because one, I've never played it. Two, it just got a remaster out on, I assume on every major system, but I have it for the Xbox. So yeah, I'm going to be playing that for the first time, and I want to stream my whole playthrough. Because I think it's going to be pretty awesome. I mean, it can't be worse than the Battlefront remasters, right? Thanks, Captain. Thank you for stopping in, buddy. Have a good day. Get some rest. And that was a full auto max score run with the Gungans. So now I do have the Omicron. I do have the Raid Omicron applied, but yeah, the dependability to me is the biggest factor. You got to be able to depend on your characters to do their things, and and the RNG situation in this raid in particular is pretty high. Ooh, I am very, very stuffy today. It's only gotten worse since I woke up. I might have to go and take a second to take some pills to combat this. So I managed for the first time the last raid to get a max score with these guys after many, many, many attempts. Oop, we got to restart. We're going for the strategy where you get her a bunch of stacks of the Queen's Protection in the first wave. So the timing is tricky because of this asshole's dispel, but you wanna. She needs to be on the field, and you need to have the stacks of the heal over time and protection over time. I mean, I'm going to have to do a whole lot more Raid Shadow Legends promotions before I can swing that. Is that 3.2 million pounds, I'm guessing, too? So the exchange rate is going to be a little wonky on my end because the pound is worth more than the dollar. Oh, US dollars. Oh, okay. Whose apartment wasn't? I don't want to buy some, like, asshole's place. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want it to be a cool person. I mean, I'm from Washington State, and like the Seattle housing market is freaking crazy. So like I've seen some pretty nuts. I've seen some pretty insane housing prices before. Oh wow, look at that. We got us a Chinese bot. Yep. Bye-bye. Yeah, I screwed this one up too. See, and this is the part about the raid that bothers me. Oh, that would be cool. I would need to figure out how to do like super cool commands and whatnot, but yeah, like Endor, I would maybe have like a restart. If I misclicked at the start of the run. Or something stupid like that, fucking hate this. I guess I need to get her speed up to like 360 or something. I'm not. I mean, I'm like 330 or something with her, but maybe I do just need to do the. So as you can see from the bot that's popping up in the channel, I do have a promotion going on right now through Raid Shadow Legends. If you type exclamation point, son of a bitch, son of a bitch. I mean, are you looking to? I can't remember. Are you in the UK or looking to? You're looking to go to the UK, right? I mean, from what I understand, they're public transportation. As long as you live in a... Just curious. Oh, yeah. Seconds, or first special. Coffee hasn't quite kicked in, folks. Look at Japan. Check out Japan. Japan's got a pretty interesting thing going on right now. Where Japan's worried about their birth rates, so they want to import men, more or less, to, so they can, women have somebody to reproduce with. It's kind of an interesting situation. I hear they're offering all kinds of incentives, and affordable housing is one of them. I hear you can get some pretty killer... Like a guy who looked at the websites, he told me you could get some pretty amazing houses for not a crazy amount of money. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, this is getting aggravating. Good Lord. Well, I mean, I would just write him a check. I've always wanted to own a beachfront venue with an inn. Yeah, I'm, who's the biggest streamer in the world still? Like, who is it? Still Mr. Beast? Is it somebody else? Was he ever the biggest? Like, is it that? It's not that PewDiePie guy, right? Didn't he have an issue? Didn't he get canceled or whatever? Mr. Beast is largest on YouTube. Okay. I'm not sure I've ever heard of Asmongold. I mean, I don't know if that's required as a streamer to know the hierarchy, but I don't. All right, this is getting really obnoxious. We're gonna have to do this a different. We're gonna thin out the first wave, call in the handmaiden to kill off the commander, and then get them that way. Because the Queen's Protection thing does make an absolute massive difference, but this is getting obnoxious with all these restarts, trying to wait for RNG to hit in my favor. They need to nerf how often that guy can do that shit. It's very, very obnoxious. There we go. We got 6 stacks going for us at least. Alright, he dispel all debuffs. Okay, so we can use whatever we want here. Yeah, there could be some very, very big quality of life changes that they can make. And just that one. The fact that he can spam that, I think it's got maybe a one turn cooldown. I've seen him use it almost back to back to back before. And the fact that that's a thing, it shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be a thing at all. Let's just do this one to, this will help us clear the wave a little bit faster. I don't even know where we 31%. We're not doing bad. I didn't see a post in my Discord about the raid from my guild, so I didn't check if I had freaking advantage. Darn it. So I don't know if we're pushing for. I think we were pretty close to the next crate, but we actually had a couple guild members leave overnight, so we might not be going for that next tier crate anymore. Well, I don't think the raid should be hard. Like, it being hard is just, to me, frankly, kind of unnecessary, because there's, if you want to get a good score, there's a huge relic and gear barrier you have to be able to cross. Like, to me, if you're able to punch your ticket to the dance, you should be able to do fairly well without it being a mega challenge. Like, there's definitely a balance issue where sometimes I think they lean a little too much to, hey, let's just make it hard, Like, no offense, but with their last couple of raid formats, people got used to not having to spend hours in the raid, and they kind of need to recognize that. Unless there was a call from people that, hey, bring back the old feelings of the raids, okay, but I didn't see a call. I didn't hear anybody screaming for that. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and retreat. Yeah, exactly. And they need to make the runs a little more predictable. That's my thing, you know, like there's a certain set of moves you're supposed to do, and you always know when you have yourself in a good spot, this guy's going to dispel because he can spam it so much. Like, does it even, you can't even target him. You can't even target him to look to see what his cooldowns are. Like, even that's kind of effed up. I think they should increase the cooldown of his heal and dispel, and they need to make it to where he's only got these abilities when you have the starfighters. Yeah, your math checks out. Your math absolutely checks out. 100% raid satisfaction. Yeah. I think they forgot that they got us accustomed to where we can get all of our raid attempts done in 20 minutes and get really good scores. I think they just kind of forgot about that detail. And I mean, everything else about the, like, if this was, you know, RNG a little more controllable, and, you know, these guys just not quite as overpowered as they are, like, this would be an insanely fun raid where you just go in and smash droids and, you know, call it a freaking day. But right now, people are dreading to play it, and that should never be the circumstance for the new raid. Everybody should just be overwhelmed and pumped to be getting to do this. No advantage. Yep. You have more turn meter. We need them to take turns so he can get advantage, and hopefully we can wipe the whole frickin' wave with one move. Close-ish. Him not having stacks of heal of retirement protection on him hurt. So many factors go into his ability to do good damage too. Well, so I suspect the next raid is going to have something to do with Ahsoka, because like the last, you know, how many GLs in a row have gotten their own raids, so tells me we probably got an Ahsoka one coming next spring. And they need to bring back the and they need to bring back something that's raid exclusive. Players like having carrots to chase. You know, people want to be able to go for something cool and unique. I mean, how long have they been teasing us with Red 5? I know the Ahsoka raid isn't maybe the most logical place to include that, but I mean, when has logic driven a lot of CG's decision making? Because they made it sound like Red 5 was going to be the Conquest reward a while back, and then I can't remember who they gave us instead, but it might have been Amidala. But yeah, they have been teasing Red 5 for at least 2 years now. And it's been a hot minute since we've gotten a new ship. I haven't had for the it was probably 4 months ago or so. I hit a point where I actually had no more ship farms. My ship farms were done. They had never been a thing in all my years of playing this game. I had never not had. Oh, come on. Of course they get the mass turns on this one when he's just sitting there waiting to use his AoE. Like I left the TIE Reaper for last, for obvious reasons. Like it's not a key or a core ship. It's, you know, for platoons mostly. If you have a 7-star for platoons, you know, guess what? Your guild likes you a little bit more. I also need 10 more Radish shards to get that ship 7-starred, but that's not a farm, that's an event. So yeah, I haven't been farming a ship in forever. And it feels good. I mean, I'm able to focus those points on something else, but you know, we've got a ship in the Yeah, I'm going to try again. We've got a ship in the Ahsoka diagram. You know, we know that there's going to be a ship required, but what we don't know is if it's going to be her fighter, which is what the silhouette is, or if that's just a placeholder and we're going to get that Jedi transport of hers from the show. So those are the kind of the burning questions. Yeah. I mean, it's been a while since CG hasn't done a new ship for a GL, you know, or at least a newish ship. Like Outrider, I guess, was kind of used a couple of times. Probably, but they could have They could have chosen better because it's giving people maybe false hope that it's going to be Ahsoka Starfighter, and most of us already have it, and that's one less thing we have to worry about. But people were going to speculate no matter what the ship is, so they probably had no way to, like, there's no winning this, so we're just going to, you know, whatever. But if it is Ahsoka's ship, that is awesome. But yeah, I can't see them not doing her ship. I guess they would have to make Fulcrum the pilot unless they were going to make... I guess, no, they could make Fulcrum or Kat the pilot, I suppose, but... Like, her having, like, a GL having a fighter would be unheard of. And, like, could you imagine how hard a freaking GL fighter would hit? Yeah, that's because I don't think we're getting one. Although, we are due for a new light side super ship. I was kind of hoping they would go the route of the, like, do the Endar Spire. Or do another Old Republic ship. Get us, you know, and give us Satele Shan finally and make her the captain of it. Yeah, Endar Spire would be legit. Although, you know, that ship was well before Satele's time. But you could, I guess you could make it Bastila's ship. But, I mean, I want them to bring in some of those characters, you know? Oh, God. What was his name? Was it Trask? Yeah, make him a marquee. That would be amazing. Make him the pilot of that ship. That would be even better. Your bunkmate that you never see because I never see you. We must work opposite shifts. Yeah, I've played that game once or twice. SWGOH, yeah. Well, I have legit heard that guy say his name. I'm going to lowball it here so it doesn't sound hyperbolic. Dozens of times. I've had more playthroughs through KOTOR 1 and 2 than I have on probably any other game. Because yeah, once the second one came out, I would play them back to back, and then I did it over and over again because I'm a fucking lunatic for Star Wars games, and when they're good, it's even better. Finally got my AoE, and of course used my advantage on an assist because the game is kind of dickish that way. But we'll see. Maybe we can get lucky here. I doubt it. They're getting a lot of turns. Yep, missed it again. They got a lot of assisting rounds that go. Well, hey, at least you're living in an area where they're doing construction, man. There's a lot of places that are in rough shape in that regard for building new houses and other stuff. But there's some areas that are growing. It's nice to see. I like new stuff. Yep. Missed it again. It was very aggravating. Luckily I'm in a good mood. I do need more coffee though. And I need to go take an allergy pill. I should have done that. I should just throw the Gungans on auto and then taking care of that, but I'm not smart. This is very aggravating. Yeah, my wife and I were very, very lucky. We managed to find a pretty decent house. Pennsylvania's like their median cost of homes is, well, the last time I looked, it was under 90 grand. So we got like a 3-bedroom with a fairly large yard and stuff like that for like 120,000. Back when Sam was born, so like 8 years ago. Yeah, houses are very cheap. Maybe it's just this part of Pennsylvania. Like I'm sure you go into Pittsburgh, Philly, Harrisburg, Hershey, stuff like that. Some of those areas probably have. Well, no, they definitely have crazy expensive houses because I've seen them. But yeah, just most of Pennsylvania is in dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of small cities, small towns. Like even Pittsburgh is as big as it is. Like the city of Pittsburgh itself does not have that many people. Like its population is like under 300K, I think, for just technically the city of Pittsburgh, not counting all the bedroom suburb communities around it. Teddy, what's wrong, buddy? And we missed it again. And my dog needs to use the bathroom. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw this on auto. See how they do without me while I'm taking the dog out to use the bathroom, and I'll grab the other stuff I need to handle while I'm doing that as well. So back in a few, folks. Are we winning? Yeah, sorry, I had to take my stupid dog. We are, in fact, not winning. We're doing very poorly. Last raid, I got like 8.6 or something like that. And yeah, Hippo, the Pit is the absolute right nickname for that city. It is insanely depressing. It's very, very run down. All right, well, that auto attempt, they did worse than me, which I'm shocked at. But yeah, Pittsburgh has some very nice areas. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, like when you come into the city the way I come into the city, you go through one of the older parts of town, and man, it's rough. It's very, very rough. But then you don't have too far of a drive before you're just in just a spectacular area. But everything's also very, very old there. It's an incredibly old city. I've got them R9, and it's not even like I have to work to get the max score. I didn't end up streaming yesterday. I was just feeling really tired and kind of run down. So I ended up kind of having an early night. Was just mostly going to make this morning kind of like a hangout and chill stream, but luckily they launched the raid, so I've got a little bit more content. Come on. Fucking hate this. Yes, well, that's the actual reason I R9 these guys, was not for the raid, because, you know, I knew if your guild is going for like the 256 million crate, everybody needs to average 5.5, which I was doing before these guys were R9. So I do like to go above, because that way I'm helping out the people that don't have the same teams running. But yeah, I didn't do it for this. I did it for that event because, as our buddy Egnards points out in Reddit, the math, after about a year and a half, you'll get a net positive return with the Duel of the Fates event if you R9 them. So I figured, you know, so the sooner you start that, the sooner you're in the black. This is getting so aggravating. So aggravating. Let's see if I can... Well, I think this would have actually been the raid we would have tried to push for it, but we lost a couple of guild members overnight, which you know, obviously we're not rocking a full complement, so it's hard to you know, it's hard to go after that sort of stuff when you're not fully manned. I was really hoping to roll a little more speed. Oh, hey, look at that. I just said to ask. There's 22 speed roll. 4 ads. Yep. Sorry, they are ad crazy on Twitch, but it's important. I do get revenue from it. Not much, but I get revenue. Oh, is this the new World of Warcraft expansion? Is that what's on? Is that the video that's on right now? It looks very World of Warcrafty. Ah, there it is, the War Within. So hey, that's a big time ad. World of Warcraft advertising on my channel, on my humble channel, World of Warcraft. That's amazing. That's amazing. Depends. It depends. I have, the most I've done so far is 4 hours. And and that was with like raid attempts. But typically it's like 2 to 3. Normally I don't stream this early in the day, but because I didn't stream last night, I wanted to stream this morning, and then I'll stream some other stuff this afternoon. Like I'm going to start my playthrough of Star Wars Bounty Hunter, and I'm planning on streaming that. Just because, you know, we're in a TW setup cycle today. Yeah, we have Conquest, but oh, how many years? I have been streaming for 7 weeks. I just started. I'm still trying to get my second cup into me. Yes, I'm a baby streamer, but I want to go. I think I can do well. Oh, I'm very new to this. I'm very new to this. There's still so much I'm trying to figure out and learn. Hi, Teddy. What's up, buddy? Is mom not paying any attention to you? You poor boy. Go take a nap, dude. Go take a nap. Oh, that sucks. I've got to thin the whole wave out. Yeah, I feel like the pandemic had to have been like the golden age of streaming because everybody was home with nothing to do, and so everybody. Hey, what are you into down there, Teddy? What are you into down there, buddy? Yeah, everybody had to have just been. I was working during the pandemic, so I didn't get to take advantage of anything. But I was working for a biotech company who they do work with antibodies. So there was a very, very big reason why I was working. 11,000 bits. That is more bits than I have ever gotten. Total combined, like if you added up all my bits, it is not 11,000. Oh, come on with this shit, people. Engineer for Google. Yeah, he probably makes a little bit more than minimum wage. I mean, I'm not wishing for another pandemic, or anything horrible like that to happen. But damn it, it'd be nice to have those kind of people on all the time. This timing of getting her Queen's Protection is such a pain in the ass, but it really, 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 really does make your run smoother. That added offense and everything else that comes along with it is just insane. But everything has to work out great, and usually I end up with 6 stacks and I pick up the other 4. But if everything goes fantastically, you're going to end up with all 10 stacks at the start, which is huge, Yeah, it's insanely hard to get noticed. Everybody's watching the big games. Everybody is watching the big games, and then and then there is kind of a trickle down. It's kind of the tiers of games. Call it. Everybody likes watching Warzone and Battle Royale and Fortnite, and yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard to get attention, and I feel like the market is kind of cornered. You have to be kind of a bigger fish in kind of a niche market. Like Galaxy Heroes is very, very niche, and there's a lot of people that stream it, and a lot of us have a couple hundred followers, or like in my case, I think I'm at 114 today. It takes time. I'm farther along by now than I thought I was going to be. I didn't think I would be at this point this quickly. Okay, there we go. There's 6 stacks. Well, I've had a lot of help. There have been, like Rabid Beaver's growing pretty fast in the Galaxy Heroes streaming community. He's led some raids to my channel a couple of times, and he gifted a bunch of subs on his first trip here. The Lost Womperat started leading raids to my channel shortly after I got started, and he made it his mission to get me to affiliate. And then Bones jumped in to help me get to 100, and that's where I'm at, is with that whole thing, is that's kind of where I'm at in the growth. But I definitely, it hasn't been, I haven't been doing it alone. I've been getting a lot of help, and that's it's an amazing aspect of this community. Ally takes a bonus turn. Yeah. So we're lucky, especially on Xbox with Game Pass. That gives a lot of people, free access. I mean, I know it's not free, but it gives a lot of people access to a lot of their day one titles. So, there ends up being a lot of games in there that, they're not huge titles, but they're available to the common person like me without having to buy everything. I pay whatever it is, 15, 16, 17, 18 bucks a month. And I'm able to play, but I know I'm not going to be able to stream Black Ops 6 day one and get anybody looking at me, because all the big streamers are going to be there. But I think a game like Star Wars Bounty Hunter has probably got some people who will gravitate to it just because it's Star Wars, but also I don't think it's a game that's really being streamed. So I need the Wukong release got delayed on Xbox, so unfortunately I have to wait. a little bit longer, but I would rather them delay anything. Like, game delays suck, and I know they're not ideal for the studios, but I would rather every game got delayed to get it right. Because we have seen over the past few years just a massive spike in broken games being released. You know, Cyberpunk was a pretty big offender, but they turned it around. Like, if you played Cyberpunk day one and never revisited it after they fixed it, you should do yourself a favor and go check out like the complete edition of Cyberpunk with the Phantom Liberty DLC and awesome. You want to talk about a redemption story of a game. There's actually an old strategy game. I think I could probably get it on Steam or, you know, on goodoldgames.com or whatever. It was Star Wars Galaxies. No, was that the MMO? I can't remember, but it was a game where it was a strategy game, a base builder strategy game, at the galactic scale. So you would. You would pick your faction. So obviously Empire or Rebellion, you'd start off with a very meager fleet and very meager resources, and, you know, it would randomly generate. So, you know, you would have to, you know, have planets with resources, and then you would need to build shipyards to start bulking up your fleet. Oh, Jedi Survivor was absolutely a day one purchase. That game was incredible. Frankly, I think Respawn should be making all the Star Wars games at this point, because I mean they've definitely proved that they can handle it. I don't know why they keep handing these Star Wars projects to Aspyr, because, you know, they do ports. They don't build games. They port games over from, you know, consoles and PCs to mobile. They're not good at it. Like, they screwed up KOTOR 2 coming to the Switch with the restored content. They just completely botched that, and then they were supposed to be doing the remake of then they're supposed to be doing the remake of Knights of the Old Republic, and that game was announced how many years ago, and like there's not even like gameplay footage out yet because they dropped the ball so bad. But yeah, Respawn has just been nailing it. And Ubisoft, I'm sorry, 10 years ago, I would have fought tooth and nail to defend them. But after the shit pile of broken games that they've been releasing, I don't have any faith in Ubisoft. I just don't. They've damaged my trust. I'm hoping by the time that remake of KOTOR gets released, I will have enough income from being a streamer to be able to buy a PC that can play it at the highest settings. But it's also supposed to be a timed exclusive. Like, it's supposed to land on Xbox eventually, I guess. So I don't even know. It's the game industry is very complex. I'm not even going to pretend to understand everything that goes into making games and making great games. Yeah, I've always was a big fan of the Ghost Recon series, and you know, like Ghost Recon's Borderlands, I think. Was it Borderlands or Wildlands? Whatever the first one you did when you were in Colombia, like fighting drug cartels, was good. They did a very good job. And then they released the next one with like the John Bernthal storyline, and it was horrible. And then Valhalla wasn't good. So I was going to buy Outlaws day one, and then I saw gameplay footage, and I'm like, ooh, this does not look great. This looks really, really bad. And And I keep seeing conflicting reports. I keep seeing one side say, oh, it looks good, it's a lot of fun, the combat's dynamic, and then others are like, it's trash. Well, Splinter Cell has always been my favorite Ubisoft. Wait, was Splinter Cell Ubisoft? Because, yeah, I think Ubisoft has the Tom Clancy license. So, yeah, Splinter Cell. When are we getting a new one of those? When are we getting a new fucking Splinter Cell? They spend 5 years making the Skull and Bones, which turns out to be, nothing like what people wanted. People wanted a pirate game, and I mean, and where you got to go and explore, and it's not any of that. It's just, yeah, I'm gonna discard those. Because I have gotten the 3.6 before, even though my mods aren't quite ideal yet. But yeah, when are we getting a new Splinter Cell? And not with this kid that they tried to reboot it with, but like Michael Ironside, whatever, do the facial capture and slap the old Sam Fisher's head on a younger body, and get Michael Ironside to voice act that shit while he's still alive, because he's not getting any younger. Well, he created these properties along with Ubisoft. So like Splinter Cell isn't a book property. It's an original creation that he consulted on, because he's always kind of been the military spy espionage author, along with others, but he was the guy. So yeah, so like none of those. I'm sure there are novels, but I don't think he wrote them. His son might have a hand in the writing, but yeah, Tom Clancy is more like the brand than the creator. Like he put his seal of approval. It's like Madden football. John Madden doesn't help develop Madden football, or didn't. He's passed away now too. But Sam Fisher was the main character in Splinter Cell. And of course, they don't dispel before the handmaiden dies. They never dispel when you need them to. I did some Splinter Cell co-op. Yeah, there was some creativity, but then like I'd be like, hey, I'm going for a no-kill run, and then inevitably your partner would forget and snap the neck and or shoot the guy in the head. And you're like, oh, all right, well, I guess we're not going for a no-kill run. I have watched a lot of his stuff, especially on Twitter. He was getting a lot of heat because he was very critical of the Acolyte. But yeah, that guy knows his stuff. Yeah, Chaos Theory was awesome. Chaos Theory was another game I played on repeat for a long time, because I wanted to figure out all the nooks and crannies of every single level and how to do them all perfectly. Yeah, I really, really liked that game. And then Double Agent kind of wasn't the greatest of the experiences, but it wasn't terrible. It was a little bit different. And then Conviction, I know, also was a little bit different. Oh, see, there we got our 10 stacks. So it worked out this time. But that was more of a high-paced action-y game, but I kind of liked that that step for the franchise. It was, a little more fast-paced. Which was different, because typically Splinter Cell is a very like, hey, you take your time, be methodical sort of game. But yeah, when are they making Splinter Cell? And then when are they making a new BioShock? Like we've gone more than a decade without some of these very, very key franchises from like the early 2000s. You know, like 2000, what time was 2013 was BioShock Infinite. So it's been 11 years since we've gotten a BioShock game. I was working, so Onion Knight in chat is a buddy of mine in real life. We were working together at Walmart on overnights when BioShock Infinite was released. And that was a long fucking time ago. And I think the last Splinter Cell game was roughly around then as well. Like, these franchises were core. These franchises were staples of these studios. And where the hell are they? Where the hell are they? Yeah, it's very aggravating when franchises disappear for no reason. And I know BioShock Infinite wasn't received nearly as well as the other two were. But it was still a well-done game. It was beautiful. Oh, man. And now I freaking want to play BioShock, which is never a bad thing. I can do a BioShock stream. Is anybody streaming BioShock these days? Probably not. Or if it is, you know, it's not many. Dead Space 4 would absolutely fucking crush. But yeah, there's too many dead franchises that died for apparently no reason. They need to get them into the hands of somebody who'll bring them back. Dodged. Unreal. Unreal with these fucking dodges. You know, but consistently year in and year out, we're going to get Madden, we're going to get NBA 2K, we're going to get hockey, we're going to get a UFC game. And boxing games. EA used to make really, really, really fun boxing games that are just gone. Legend of Dragoon 2, now that is, that might be a pretty big ask. I don't know that anybody has said those words in a very long time. I think it's just you, man. I'd even, they definitely, I think, need to revive these old franchises because you know what sells? You know what sells? Nostalgia. Nostalgia is a massive, massive seller. And what's even better is when they take nostalgia and then they make it great. Oh, well, good for him. Good for him. I mean, if I ever got approached to do something like that, I would of course jump at the opportunity, but not if they limit. I would need to be able to say what I feel, because we as gamers have been on the fuzzy end of that popsicle so many years where we're buying the games before the reviews come out. And then we've got inconsistent reviewing, and it makes you wonder if there's corruptions and payoffs and people are buying good reviews. And, you know, there needs to be the guy that's allowed to say what he wants about the game. Because, you know what? I mean, we all see how games can be turned around. We've seen with them being able to patch and add anything at any given time in the video game space. Like, we have seen horrible games become great games with just a few patches. And I would really rather know, you know. And it's not that I don't want to support a Star Wars game. I want to support every Star Wars game because I want them to keep making Star Wars games. But you know, some games just aren't worth supporting. And we as consumers should not, our money should not be quite as much of a gamble, especially in this economy. I mean, we need to know what we're getting. And so transparency from studios. I mean, if Outlaws is a mess, delay the fucking thing. Delay the fucking game. And we'll wait. We'll wait. We'll wait for a good game. I mean, nobody has an issue waiting for a good game. People get pissed when a broken game is passed out, but everybody will wait for a game that's in good shape. That's why I'm not one of these every week. Like if you go on Twitter and there's the GTA Online weekly reset, right? Every week when somebody's posting stuff or when they post their this is what's happening this week thing. There's always 24 just put out GTA 6 now, and it's been going on for years. And it's just like, guys, say what you will about Rockstar, they've never been fast with putting games out, and they never put out broken games. Don't you think there's a correlation between the two? Like, just let them cook. Because how long has GTA 5 been rolling? And how long has online for that been rolling? Over 10 years? Like, they clearly fucking know what they're doing. I thought I heard that they're looking at doing those now that Microsoft is steering the ship. Yeah, Valhalla was the last one I played. I kind of wanted to play Mirage because I'm submitting this. A couple 100,000 points isn't going to matter. And I'm tired of looking at those two. Yeah. Yeah, Valhalla was enough of a mess and enough of like it just wasn't as fun that I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna sit out on Assassin's Creed for a while, I think. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Ubisoft used to be a studio that I would support. I mean, without question, and now they're a studio I'm just unfortunately going to be taking a pass on until they prove otherwise. So like, if Outlaws comes out and it gets solid tens across the board from every reputable place, and streamers are saying it's good, then I will be the first one onto the digital market to download it. But I'm not spending a dime on that game until I hear something along those lines. I guess I can play the new Zelda game on my son's Switch. I haven't even thought about that. How does one stream from a Switch? Do they have Twitch just right there on the console, or do you have to jump through a bunch of hoops to stream from a Switch? Capture card, got it. And that's the one where Zelda is actually the main character, right? Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to do hashtags properly. So like, I don't know if a capture card's the right move for me right now. I feel lucky that I'm able to do what I'm able to do now without screwing it up too terribly. Well, I mean, I've been Zelda has been a franchise since I was a very, very, very wee lad. Um, it's maybe about time that they, did a game based after the, or starring the titular character. It's probably well past the time, but Switch has been out for a minute, hasn't it? Oh, is there a Switch too? So if you're hearing weird noises in the background, Sam picked himself out a Despicable Me 2 fart blaster at Target yesterday. Um, so yeah, we are Despicable Me fart blastering currently on the other side of the living room. He wanted the giant one. They have a giant one where you actually like there's little containers where you can mix different smells and it like projects images on the walls, but I'm like, "No, we'll just get the sound effects one, buddy. We don't need you being a chemist." Oh no, he picked it out. He picked it out. He 1 billion% picked it out. He had picked out a Papa Smurf Funko Pop because he likes the Smurfs because he's a little kid. He likes the new movies, the ones with like what's his name, Joe Manganiello doing like Brawny Smurf or whatever the fuck his name is. He likes that one. He watches that one a lot. But then he watches a lot of Illumination movies, so of course he sees the Minions a lot, which naturally gravitate him towards Despicable Me. Oh God. All right, buddy, have a good day. But yeah, no, Sammy 100% picked it out. He wanted the big one. I kind of talked him into the small one because, like I said, yeah, my kid does not need to be a chemist. Well, he's having him a good time. Peace out, buddy. I never decide if I like this or the 3-man on the higher tier better. And good luck with the interview, buddy. So we are still running the Raid Shadow Legends promotion we still have a couple of weeks left on that. Does not take a whole lot of time to earn me a little money. Now the game does appear to have like an IP block. So if it's intended, this promo is intended for new players only. So unless you know a workaround of some kind, you might not be able to participate. I've been getting a lot of clicks, but I think it's just a lot of people trying to be helpful who are blocked out from it because they've, whoever runs the game has apparently logged IP addresses. But if you've never played it before or you know a workaround to the issue, feel free to click that link, get the game. You can earn me $5 with under an hour's worth of playtime, and then, depending on how far you feel like taking it, like if you get your account up to level 40, you'll earn me a decent amount of money. And then, I do not spend money on the game unless it turns out you love it and you want to invest. Yeah, there's a lot of goals. Some of them are very easy. Some of them are going to be very time consuming. But yeah, if you've never played the game and you feel like trying to help out, click on that link. I would be streaming it, but they have a stipulation in their thing where I had to do a 2-hour stream and then I need to wait a week. So on Saturday, I'll be doing my second stream. And that'll be about the 1 week remaining thing. And then after I've completed that stream, I can stream it as much as I want. But yeah, they say to wait at least a week. But yeah, any help is greatly appreciated. Even if it's just you download, you complete the tutorial, and then you get your account to like level 12, which takes less than an hour. In fact, the tutorial takes less than 5 minutes. And then you'll just go and grind missions until you get to account level 12. And then that earns me $5. And then, and then there's, if you feel like going as far as getting to the third campaign area and 3-starring that area earns me another $9. Yeah, this run sucked. I'm going to go ahead and hop up and see if I can't get the... we want mall lead, right? And he's still going to get a bunch of bonus turns, which might hurt me, but we'll throw him in for a run. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, if you do the tutorial, get to account level 12 and 3-star the third campaign area, which is like let me get its name real fast. It is the Catacombs of Narbuk. If you get 3 stars on that, you'll earn me $14. And then after that, like if you open blue shards for new heroes, you'll earn me 10. You have to do 20 of those. If you unlock the gem mine, you'll earn me 10. Purple shards will earn me 15. You have to open 2 purple shards, earns me $15. Gold shards earns me 25. 4 purple shards earns me another 30. Upgrading a champion to 5 stars earns me 30. Level 40 earns me 30. And gift subscriptions. So for every person that hits level 40, I will get 2 gift subs, which is awesome. And then upgrading champions to 6 stars gets me $45, and if you reach level 45, you'll earn me 50. So there's a decent amount of money to be made. So if you can help, I appreciate it and absolutely love you guys. I'm not telling you to go crazy, though. Absolutely not telling you to go crazy. But any help you can give would be greatly, greatly appreciated. You must have busted out your SLKR. Well, those datacrons are going to be gone real soon. We're like 3 weeks, I think. So we'll get the new datacron set right before the new Conquest round starts with Ezra as the character. GL required at Ezra or GL booster Ezra? Not sure. Actually, I think it's going to be, dude, I think it's going to be great. That datacron set was a little too much with some of the things. A JMK mirror match should not take 4 minutes. Yeah, B2 takes too many bonus turns. So unless I got everybody up to the next one where he reduces cooldown or the enrage timer. No problem, Master Kylo. I appreciate you even just lurking, bud. I appreciate you being here. It means a lot to me. So I guess we gotta go this route to try to get the best score. Time to roll a joint. I take gummies. As I have a very damaged lung. I won't show the surgery scar, but my left lung is, I don't want to say it's dead, but it's more scar tissue than functioning organ. So yeah, like anything with smoke is just non-existent. But yeah, we can legally, anybody can legally, except for Idaho, I think, get Delta 9 THC in gummy form mailed to us. Because Pennsylvania is only legal for medicinal. Now, were I in Washington, where I am from, then I would have whatever I wanted available to me. Well, I mean, I don't really, it's not for me recreational. For me, it's more of I'm old, I hurt, I need something. And it is insanely effective at getting rid of aches and pains for me. I mean, insanely effective. It's and it helps me sleep. I'm not the best sleeper. I mean, dude, I'm a big guy. I do one gummy, like a full, I think it's 29 milligrams or something like that. I do one of those and I am cooked. This is my only problem with this setup is you have no dispel. Yeah, they should add a raid effect to one of these guys where their moves dispel that shit. Because how much time do you waste trying to get around these guys as shields? It's pretty bad. And then he does that, and now you're wasting more time. Yeah, it's usually not that bad for me, but it can get bad. Here's my issue. Other than the Gungans, none of the teams are fun. Like, there's a little bit of fun with, you know, like the Lumi lead, but these teams just aren't a good time. No. The Acolyte didn't beat any Star Wars in anything. Now, the duels were very, very well done. Like, I didn't mind the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon style. I thought it was kind of cool. And they did some fun stuff, but yeah, the small list of positives is massively overshadowed by all the negatives. Which I've gone into. I'm not a hater on the show, but I feel I have the right to be critical. My Star Wars fandom credentials go back beyond or before most Star Wars fans today were even born. I am OG as OG can get when it comes to Star Wars. And any property that elevates Attack of the Clones to the level of a masterpiece, you know, is going to be deserving of some criticism. It's not asshole-ish for us to say we want a quality product. And we definitely need to be able to say that without being called racists. You know, people need to acknowledge that there are legit criticism with the show, and none of them have to do with the color of people's skin or their sexual gender or orientation. The writing was bad. The story was bad. And the story was only bad because they tried to do too many stories. If they had simplified it to one basic premise of a show, it would have been fine. Or it could have been better, but they tried to do too much. And, you know, maybe they were victims of their own ambition. And if that's the case, you know, there's nothing wrong with taking a swing and missing. Because, you know, you maybe got too far out over your skis, if you don't mind the expression. But what's wrong is, you know, maybe knowing that you didn't deliver the best product and you're still trying to convince people that you did. And you've got an army of people who attack anybody who dares say anything critical of their beloved acolyte, whether they feel like it's beloved or not. It's just, listen to your fans' criticisms, like, we want it to succeed. Like, I don't just because we're, we all want, no one wanted the Acolyte to be a bad show. Nobody. There's not a single person out there that wanted the Acolyte to be bad. They wanted the Acolyte to be awesome. And the outcry is because it wasn't. Not because, and I've seen articles from legit journalists attacking the fan base for being critical of the show and calling them sexist and racist and misogynist and everything else, every ist under the sun. Which, is one, not journalism, and two, not constructive. Like, what, because people aren't professional critics, they're not allowed to give opinions? Like, they need to keep their mouth shut? Like, is that the situation? Is that the vibe they're going for? And if you don't agree with almighty critics, then you're a piece of shit? I saw a really good response to all this stuff back when people were rightfully giving the prequel trilogies a raft of shit. And everybody was coming out and defending Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. And, and there was all these, books written after the fact to clear up plot points. And you'd like, this settles that in the movie. And it's like, so now there's required reading before I watch a Star Wars movie in the theater? All right. I hate this so much. I hate this shit so much. Absolutely hate it with a passion. These teams are just dull. The raid effects are cool, but they're not enough. Oh, and yeah, of course, I'm missing a mod because probably Jar Jar or somebody else took it. No wonder. No freaking wonder. I should have checked before. My coffee still isn't. Yeah, I gave it to Jar Jar. Gosh. All right, I need to remember to, first of all, switch it back, and second of all, get another mod, because at least he's okay. But yeah, I gave it to Jar Jar, but I got to remember to switch it back once I'm done with this attempt. Because, we're going to have GAC signups here soon, and I definitely do not want to get... I don't want to get my mods wrong. Oh, look, it's the bonus turn gang. See, this is just my personal opinion, and I think I said this at the start of the stream, or the start of the raid. They could do two things that would make this raid infinitely better. The first would remove these when you're not in a starship time. Like, the fact that they can get this whenever, and it can completely destroy your run, to me is unacceptable. And two, they need to make it so his dispel has a bigger cooldown. That would be, if they did those two things, I think people's attitudes towards the raid would improve significantly. you can get me to go through a lot when it's for the team, and since this is for the team, I want to try to put my best up for them. You know, yeah, I do, and I do get a benefit for having a higher personal score. You know, I get better personal rewards, and that's great. But we lost 2 guild members overnight. We lost 2 guild members overnight. So now we're in a situation where we're shorthanded. So, you know, everybody's scores need to be as high as possible. I mean, just to maintain the crate that we're going for. They need to give these guys a dispel. It's so many turns that these guys just can't do shit to them. And I thought we had a good run going, too. I thought we'd started off strong. Yeah, no, they need to do a lot of stuff to balance this out. I don't mind the house having advantages, but it does not need to be a stack deck, and this is definitely a stack deck. I mean, look at all these turns they're taking. This is a ridiculous amount of turns. And that went to shit. You know, that's the problem, is you can have a good raid going, and then you get one bad thing happens and the whole raid can fall to shit. There's no pulling back. See, I'd really love if I could spare the relic materials to bring Stap up and have Stap here to help support. But I don't know if I can spare the relics. We've got Enoch coming out this week now, and we're going to be unlocking Luthien next week, and then, you know, God knows what's going to happen after that, but what am I looking at? What do I got? See, and I've taken an absolute beating on these in the past few days. Absolute beating on all of it. I mean, signal data I've been able to maintain okay, but like all this other stuff this is getting bad. This is getting real bad. I mean, I do have some of those in the scavenger, or in the wandering scavenger, and I'm pretty sure. Where's the thing that is always best? Is it this one? Craft? Yeah, and I can craft a bunch of these, so that part of it is okay. Let's check. Iridium heat sinks and then electrum conductors. I mean, what are the odds of Enoch needing the chip? He'll probably need the breastplate or a couple of the breastplates. Maybe a visor, you know? I don't know. Probably not worth it. The juice is probably not worth the squeeze. Come on with that shit. And look at the bonus turns. Look at the healing. All the damage I did is completely wiped out. And he's going to go back into... He's going to roll again here in a second. Oh, nice, Hippo, nice. Let me take a peek to see. Let me refresh my campaign page to see if it's Hippo, have you played Shadow Legends before? Because if so, your stuff is not coming through. Raid is on PC, so yeah, you can, if you use my link, you can play a PC client of it, and it's great. It's fantastic. You know, you really get a good appreciation for the character models, and, you know, everything obviously runs a lot smoother. Why didn't I thought I'd clicked his AoE there. I guess I didn't aim it right. First account fall. Okay. Sometimes it takes a minute for it to catch up. So, I appreciate you, buddy. See, and why isn't me being able to go into the ship the first thing? Why do they get to take all those turns before I can even get into the ship? Like, the ship should just be automatic bonus turn at the start. Like, they all got to take a complete turn. Like, a complete cycle of turns. Well, I appreciate you quite a bit, Hippo. That means a lot to me that you downloaded it. And the thing about Raid is, I mean, it legit is a fun game, and it's got really good graphics. And it's one of those games you can kind of AFK play too. Like, you can set up, you know, to just, you know, you're running on auto through a thing, and then you just hit a button to go to the next, and you can keep kind of doing your own thing in the background, which is pretty cool, you know. Like, and it's dependable too. Like, it's very dependable. Like, if you're throwing on auto, you're probably going to be doing okay. And there's you can set it up to do like 30 auto battles a day for free. So you can just say, hey, auto battle this 30 times. So if you're trying to farm for stuff, if you're trying to farm for, you know, gear or even silver, you know, the currency in the game. What are we looking like here? Yeah, you can do like 30 auto battles. The arena mode's pretty fun. You know, the way teams work and interact is not as in depth as this game, but it's still like there's a lot of little things you can do to kind of tweak your team setups and determine, you know, help with outcomes. But I'm a giant fan of the character models. You know, being a big fantasy RPG guy, those character models hit a spot. And there's a ton of champions. There's a ton of character variety. I mean, even compared to this, there's a ton of it. It would seem that it verifies IPs. Because like my wife downloaded it onto a phone, and then we downloaded it onto a different phone, and the progress on the different phone isn't counting. So, and like my brother had played it before, and he tried to download it and help, and his stuff's not counting. So, so yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's a workaround that somebody way smarter than me knows and understands, but I don't know the workaround. Yeah, I feel like if I modded these guys a little bit better, things would go easier, but I've only got so many mods to go around, and I'm not moving every mod on every character every time I do this raid. I would remod one character for the Endor raid, and that was Leia, so I could solo a round with her, but I am just not going through that with this. There's not any point or benefit to it. I'm more than getting the score I need to get for the guild to get where they want to be. Oh wait, why do I have F Koth in there? I want Qui-Gon. But yeah, Shadow Legends it's a fun game. It's even after the campaign is done, I'm gonna keep playing the account I started to stream the game. And I think my wife even seems to enjoy it. She's really into the character models. See, now in a perfect world, these guys would be doing their AoEs and triggering counters from Ayla. So then we'd really be wiping this freaking team out. There we go. Yeah, you see those big counters? Those big counters help out a lot. I appreciate you, buddy. I appreciate you a lot. Yeah, it's a very, very fun team, but again, it's one of those where things have to they have to be doing AoEs to trigger the counters for the team really to get cooking and do a lot, but and the potency, and with them dispelling so much, you're going to be losing your potency up all the freaking time. And the damage really depends on the potency up. So, it's just another thing that if they just increased the freaking cooldown, ally takes a bonus turn. If they just increase the cooldown on that, oh hey, we can completely remove the thing that's giving you the most benefit in this particular run whenever we feel like. More or less, it's when it feels like it's whenever we feel like it. And, of course, we've all got provoked, so our counter damage is horrible, and there goes our potency. I'm starting this shit over. So annoying. So freaking annoying. But, hey, they gave us an easy Galactic challenge this week, so we got that going for us. I mean, look at that damage. Should feel that way every single time. There we go. I was hoping to clear that wave before we had to use the potency. Okay, and so allies are taking a bonus turn. There we go. Come on. Big AoEs, guys. Look at that. Look at how quick that wave died with all that going on. Okay, well now we need to dispel all debuffs because we're debuffed. Okay, so that is true damn. No, that is this one. And this one gives us a locked-in potency up, so that's always nice. We don't have to worry about using plows. And with counterattacking, we're not taking our turns, so the potency up will last a whole lot longer. I mean, that's just beautiful, man. That's beautiful, man. And so now we'll need to get potency up out again. But we've only got one buff we can use here. Really, dude? Really? Do you need to go to the bathroom again? And we are very, very easily going to get max score. We're at 58% in rage because of all the tumblers falling into place at once. Hang on, Teddy. The dog needs to go to the bathroom again. All right, boom. Yeah, they cook themselves. That's, that's exactly what you want. And here they're doing it again. I mean, a couple of AoEs with everybody having potency up and everybody countering and there being no provoke. I mean, just murks this freaking team. But again, it's pretty consistent to do. It didn't take me a whole lot of resets, but again, there's definitely some RNG involved in all of it. Oh, honey, I was going to get him here in a minute. You got him? You needed a little break from your computer? All right. See, now we're doing the potency up dispel dance. So no, I'm going to get max score no matter what. I just have to live, but there we go. All right, we got it. This guy will drop pretty fast. There we go. Max score. You think the referral kicked in? You just got some goodies? All right, I'll take a peek. I will hit refresh on this. I'm still sitting on the same totals, but I'll check. I'll keep checking. I'll keep an eye out. In fact, let me just open up a whole new window for it, because I've noticed sometimes the campaign window just stops functioning. Yeah, I still haven't gotten any updates, but yeah, I don't know, I'll keep an eye on it. All right, I'm gonna snatch these up. There we go. Perfect. Okay. I have one more raid attempt to do, but I need to go and take care of some other stuff. So this afternoon, I'm going to come back and start doing a stream for Star Wars Bounty Hunter, the remaster that they just released. So I'll do the last raid attempt then, and hopefully the kit reveal for Captain Enoch is out by then, and we can take a good peek. So the benchmarks in the game for the goals are, you have to complete the tutorial, which if you've created, you've completed the tutorial. And then reach level 12. Those are the two ones that can get done within an hour. And I'm still at 2 tutorial completions. Now here's the funny thing. I've had 50 clicks on the link, 10 unique clicks, and only 2 installs. So it seems like people are trying to help, but maybe the installs aren't counting. I don't really know, because it says it's for PC and mobile who is eligible. So I'm not 100% certain. I feel like there might be something goofy on their end, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, we'll do another stream this afternoon. Hopefully, like I said, we can. You had an issue installing it. Yeah, that might be what's going on. Because my brother said he ran into a thing with an ad blocker, and he thinks that's maybe why his is not working. But yeah, I don't know. Keep trying, my friends. Keep trying. Oh, Hapsu, thank you for the follow, my friend. But yeah, I'll be back this afternoon we'll do Conquest on both accounts, and yours installed with that issue is cool. So I'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully the counters start kicking in, because yeah, I really appreciate the support, and this is a wonderful chance for me to earn some extra income, and I can I can apply that towards, I need to upgrade my setup. Frankly, I got a very, very basic setup to do this, and it's working just fine, but I could do a lot more with an upgraded setup. But that's a long term, that's a stretch goal. For right now, it's just going to be taking care of some other things, and I'm going to start looking into different ways. But yeah, there's the link again, guys. If you've just joined the stream, I am doing a Raid Shadow Legends promotion. If you click that link, if you're a unique installer, if it's your first time playing the game, you'll get a bunch of goodies. And I mean a bunch of goodies. There's a lot of stuff. Like, my wife has only been playing it for since Saturday, and she's like level 24, and she's got like purple champions and stuff like that. Like, there's quite a bit of stuff. Don't have to spend any money unless you choose to. And there's a lot of very quick and easy goals to be completed that you'll just get by playing the game. Getting through the tutorial, hitting certain levels, 3-starring the campaign nodes, especially the third one. There's a specific call out for 3-starring the third campaign node. It's like the Catacombs of Naruk or something like that. So there you go. Yeah, I'll be back in probably 2.5, 3 hours. And Sammy is worked up. He's playing The Incredibles. Lego Incredibles on his Switch, and he just absolutely gets into it and gets very excited. Yeah, we'll do Conquest and lots of other stuff this afternoon, including I'll play through a couple levels of Star Wars Bounty Hunters. Hopefully it streams well. Not every game streams well, so hopefully it's one of those games that streams well. If not, maybe we'll reconsider doing that, but we'll see how it looks. But thanks for being here, guys. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subs. Thank you if you've clicked on the Raid Shadow Legends link. It means a lot to me. I appreciate you guys. And I'll be back in a few hours. Until then, good luck. Take care. G8, the Galactic Challenge is super easy this week, guys. So we got that going for us. I stream every day and will be streaming every day. Oh my, he is excited. He's probably hungry too. Why is there a giant tractor rolling up our street? Are we farmers all of a sudden? Oh, okay. Our neighbor's digging a pool. Thank you, Kylo. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. All right, guys. We will, my TV faces my street, and the curtains are open, so there's a glare, and I saw a massive red tractor rolling up the road. So my wife was right there, and she just came inside. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you in a few hours.